Congratulations, Eileen, and thank you for joining us. It's so good to see you. I see you have your sash and crown behind you. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just quickly, tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to Houston.
Absolutely. So I'm a business consultant, I'm a linguist, and I'm a cross-cultural communications expert. So Houston is the place that, had the most diversity in the country, and that's what attracted me in the beginning to come here for business.
Oh, okay. Yes, Houston is a hub, is certainly a hub. And we're so happy that you came to Houston because of all the wonderful work you do.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations on your most recent title, Miss Texas. Can you tell us a little bit about Miss Texas, the organization?
Absolutely. I feel very thankful and very honored to represent the state. I really love what our organization do, and it represents people who are community leaders and make them the ambassador and encourage them to bring the leadership to serve the community. And as you know, my platform is for domestic violence, human trafficking, and sexual assault. So as a pageant, I will be able to further the work using this as a platform to serve the community, to help more people.
Yes, you've always used pageantry as kind of a platform. How did you first start entering pageants and modeling? Did you start very young?
It all started actually back in China when I was working in the Formula One Grand Prix, hosting, believe it or not, pageant around the world, and I got spotted as the model to work for L'Oreal Paris, and that's how it all got started.
Oh, wonderful! Well, that's so exciting. The Grand Prix. That's I know that I've seen your images, and you're so involved in so many things. What led you to be an advocate against domestic abuse, human trafficking, and sexual assault?
So as you might know, in the Asian culture, it's based on the honor and the shame system. Unfortunately, in our culture, victims are not encouraged, in other words, not allowed to speak up for themselves. One day in my journey, I met Judge Gooden, who came talk to me, say, we really don't have a representation from your culture to stand up behind the cause. And for me, I've been volunteering for a long time, and it's a big commitment to take it seriously. After serious consideration, I said, yes, I'm in, because I felt very deep in my heart. It brought tears to me when I see people suffering, and there's nothing that, I can do, at least I could have done. But now I could do it now, because if I speak up, I represent a face, and people see my face, they say, oh, if she knows my culture and she knows what's going on, then maybe I can speak up. So when I tell them and connect them to the community resources for, many of them which I work with, then they will believe me and they will actually seek out help. And in addition to that, I now utilize my experience with the cross-cultural experience to train the providers in the medical providers who help them, who are, when they go in the medical examination, as well as criminal intervention, to teach them about the culture difference, the cultural stigma, in order for them to better and more effectively service that community in terms of these crimes.
Well, that's such an important work, and so wonderful that they found you to be an advocate. I know that many of us, we know about human trafficking. We know it to be a great problem, but we really don't know what we can do. What are your thoughts on what an everyday citizen, can do to help put an end to this?
Absolutely. So first of all, I am the spokesperson for one of the Houston-based 501c3 nonprofit organization called Hope Pyx Global. And so when any citizen can go to the website hopepyxglobal.org. You will see resources over there. I would strongly suggest that they can follow the social media of them as well and share, because there are a lot of information about what is going on in the community. For instance, we recently had an interview with an attorney out of New York, and that is taking care of the claim, the Boy Scout of America claim. I'm not sure if you're aware of the sexual assault claim. So for those who has exhausted or their statute of limitation has expired, they still got until November to file the claim. But we are towards the end of the September, so time are running out because it does take time to to find out. So that is the reason for them to go. But many people do not know. So I would say they will go on the Facebook or on Instagram, Twitter to follow, so that they can either be aware of it, to educate themselves and share with the community. And on
Right.
the
The more of us
website,
that know, the more that we can do towards bringing this to an end. It's about awareness, I believe.
Exactly. As I always say that, this is regardless of our race, our age, our gender, of social and economic status. Anyone can be a victim. So it is a global issue. And I'm in it to end until, everyone is free, because I really believe that everyone deserves the freedom. So that's one of the ways that they could do. And other ways, including, we understand not anyone has the time to either, to share or go on social media. Some people don't do social media. They can always go on the website and find out our events and get involved and email us and to volunteer. And if you shop on Amazon and go to Amazon Smile and select Hope PYX Global, you don't have to pay a penny, and 0.5% of the proceeds of most of the shopping will be donated from the Amazon organization to the nonprofit. And obviously, you click on the donate button that you can share, and then you can donate yourself. You can make a monthly donation. You can make a one-time donation as well. And also very exciting news on behalf of myself, I'm about to launch a new podcast myself to showcase the things that I have been doing. So we will be inviting pageant queens and nominees who, what they're doing in their lives and what kind of impacts they're making. And I really, it is from the deepest of my heart to think that, it is great for the appearance, but I think inner beauty is what really showcases the beauty. And I would love to see all my queen sisters to glow and to showcase what they are doing to impact the community in Texas as well as other. Secondly, we would like to also spotlight our survivors. And if you go to the Hope PYX Global website, there is a page called Testimonials, and they are already spotlighting them. But I would like to further it to talk to them, to bring them on the show and tell them, to share with us. And most importantly, again, it's about awareness for the community to understand about their experience, how kind of, what kind of trauma they have to go through. And most importantly, what they are doing now, how did they overcome it? And lastly, and how they actually impact others with their own experience.
Wow, that's going to be such an impactful, inspiring show. So many powerful women coming together. So how does someone reach you or reach your organization who wants to speak up or who needs your help?
Yes, absolutely. So the show is getting ready to launch in October. The best way would be for you guys to follow me on the social media, and the social media would be Miss USA Texas. It spells MS USA Texas, and it's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And it will be posting the most up to date and the best way to contact through the Facebook page so that they can send us messages, say, hey, I would like to come on the show. And I would also like to point out lastly that the other group of people is including yourself, like community leaders that are very supportive of the causes and come on the show and tell us, what they think and how they can support us and what kind of resources can be provided to the community so more people can know about it. So I'm really excited about launching the show, and not to mention that October is what I call, like, in our industry, one of the largest months. So there's October as the Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and that's why I'm launching it during this month.
Okay, wonderful. That's so exciting. We'll definitely be looking for it. And we know that we always support the cause that you've been working with and anything that you do. So I look forward to seeing it. And definitely will come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And lastly, I also want to encourage guys to, follow my personal social media handle, Eileen Dong Official. And that has had a longer experience. So if you want to see about the things that I have done, and most importantly, the information about, the resources, and I, share a lot of the cases from sexual assault, sex trafficking. Like, recently there was a sex trafficking ring busted in Atlanta, Georgia, and a lot of those useful resources are there, and I think you can educate yourself with that, and a lot of things to read, but I will continue to feed more information over there. So in addition to the Miss USA Texas, you can follow Eileen Dong Official as well.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to speaking to you more and having you join us at our events coming up when we open up here in Houston.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Heidi and IF Magazine, for giving me this opportunity. It is my honor to be here today.